We are working out for the next 365 days in a row. So many of us struggle to make positive changes in our lives, and I tend to give up too. We can't stick to our goals. You see, we've done this challenge at least 10 times, reaching 200 plus days at least twice. I was hoping to get myself into breakdancing shape because I always wanted to breakdance. And failure was crushing. And sometimes when you fail a lot, you give up. And in my case, you give up on your dreams for good. I made excuses instead. But now, even if I give up, or I sleep in, or I stop, we're just going to start over again. We will become stronger. So what follows are my workouts and thoughts each day. Every day, we can decide to make good choices. So don't give up on yourself. Good morning, welcome to day number 5. And today we're going to be working full body. Now, I already went to the gym, but I'm going to tell you what's up, okay? So, I have 2 full body days that I used to do, and I do them kind of like this. I'd have like a high volume day where I say I'd have 2 high volume days where essentially that means that I have a lot of repetitions, very short rest times, usually something leaning more to muscular endurance, and then I'd have 2 low intensity days during the week, not low intensity, sorry. I'd have 2 days during the week that were high intensity, but they would be low reps. So I'd have that 1 to 5, not even one. I don't really do 1 rep max. No, it's more like 3 to 5, 3 to 6 rep range. And yeah, so yesterday I kind of talked about some of the exercises. The day before yesterday. I am losing my mind. I woke up at 3. Okay. But yeah, anyways, the day before yesterday, I went to the gym and I talked about the movements. So we did overhead press, we did lat pull down, we did chest press, we did rows, we did a bit of squat and deadlift, although that was basically not weighted. But this time I didn't manage to record for you guys because I was at the gym so early. I didn't feel like it was that big of a deal. And yeah, so I ended up doing a certain selection of movements that I think complement well what I did 2 days ago. So I'm still hitting the same stuff. I'm still hitting my back, my chest, my legs, and also my core, but I didn't record my core. So the goal really here is to build back my baseline strength very slowly because it's not really there. I would assume it's going to take around 2 to 3 months to feel somewhat normal again, and that's fine. And I don't know if you've seen that video from way before when I was talking about exercise programming, but yeah, really, I want to start with, the slow stuff, the hypertrophy, work my way to strength, and then we're going to have power. And if you don't know what I'm referring to, I'm referring to like block periodization. Funny word, all you really got to know is I'm structuring my stuff based on my reps, sets, and the speed of movement. It's all going to change month to month, which is hopefully going to make me stronger overall. So hopefully enjoy the workout and my little commentary over it. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye. So at the moment, guys, I'm finding most of the training that I'm doing has changed a lot of the accessory movements. So I'm really focused on hitting very particular muscle groups. So it's kind of similar like the other full body day, but kind of struggling with straight arm push down right now and trying to get it at the right angle to hit the lats. For me, the hardest part of the straight arm push down is trying to figure out how to get a really good stretch at the end of it. I'm trying to extend my arms on the way up. My form probably looks very wacky, probably just because my elbows are bent. And also, for a gym at 3 a.m., it's pretty poppin'. Everyone likes getting up early now, guys. It's not the Sigma grind set thing that only the cool kids do. Got one more set of this and then we're done. So during the straight arm push down, I'm like actively trying to break the bar. Like I try and bend my elbows in, and then I try and straighten my arm out as far forward as I can and kind of press. And I don't know, it's a very weird feeling. I just know that the movement's supposed to be good for me, so I just stick it in there. The plan overall. Okay. All right. So that felt pretty good. That's the thing I like about assisted is that you're able to focus in. You guys have seen me do dips like on a counter. We don't actually have to use the assisted dip. But when it comes to building muscle and building strength, I feel like it's just very effective. I generally will use this thing for like a month or maybe more just because it hits the chest in a way that I need, right? And now, I guess since I'm at the gym, I'll explain a little bit like about the plan, right? Since we're already doing full body training and we hit a certain selection of movements. There's 6 movements that I mentioned in the last video, right? But I have another 6 movements on rotation, and that's basically what we're going through now. So we can hit the same muscle groups in different ways, right? So I have like 2 full body days, quote unquote, that are supposed to hit certain muscle groups. And when I was going to the gym a lot more frequently, like 4 times a week, I would have 2 days that would have two, like, so say example, yesterday, those exercises I do them 2 days a week. 1 day high volume, 1 day low volume. I do the same thing for the other exercises, right? First set was the warm-up set, and now we're I didn't even talk about sets and reps and all that. Keeping things pretty light. We're doing about 3 sets per everything. And then we'll try and hit core too. What I was thinking of doing for core is Palloff press. Might not record that, but I'll record what I can. Oh boy. It's not over. Super tired. Alright, so right now we have a reverse fly. So very important during this one for me to hold the positions at the end because I find that it's pretty hard to keep my back engaged. So that's pretty much the focus here. And then controlled as I go back. I'm not very good at bodybuilding movements, to be honest, but I just figure it's important to try and hit my, back muscles or my rear delts in some capacity because of all the forward motion that I'm inevitably going to have to do with all the push-ups and the dips. So yeah. I found that on like the leg, what is this? The leg adductor and abductor machines. As soon as you start going slow, it's extremely painful. It's kind of nuts. The burn is like otherworldly. So it feels like you really can't use the same weights. You have to lower it by a lot. Like, I'll show you what I mean. The difference between me just going fast and zipping through this movement versus just taking my time with it is kind of astounding. Also, like, I've noticed that one of my legs in particular is just way stronger at opening up than the other one, which is a part of the reason my squats are very off balance. We're trying to fix that a little bit. I can barely move. It's crazy. Let's go. Wow. Oof. Ouch. Whoops. I'm just looking at it, and it's kind of like trying to get each leg to push with even force. I'm consciously thinking of, but it's hard, man, to do that and do it slowly. So I'm gonna drop the weight and just try and get a smooth rep out. One thing that I also really don't like my posture with my legs, just generally. I have duck feet that point outwards. I don't think this is helping me with that all that much, but at least it'll make one leg more balanced than the other one, maybe. But if I'm looking for single leg work, then I should work single leg, you know. But I digress. It's a movement that I've added in because I know that hitting, adduction and abduction, just overall leg health improves, and I want stability in my knees, ankles, and everything. Strengthening my hips. It's not something to be overlooked. So I'm not just going to do only squat and only deadlift. I used to when I first started, but then I realized that maybe there's some supplementary movements that I can do to improve things even more. So yeah. Damn. Okay.